Have you ever felt dismissed or ignored in a conversation with a younger person? It's frustrating when your life experience isn't recognized. Today, we're talking about 10 phrases that may show disrespect to an older person and how to handle them. Welcome back to our community. We know that aging comes with wisdom and value. This video is for you and for your family to ensure communication is always respectful and uplifting. Sometimes people use thoughtless phrases that come across as patronizing or limiting for seniors. They might not mean to be rude, but the impact can still feel deeply dismissive of your independence. We want to equip you with the language of respect. We'll examine 10 common phrases and suggest better, more sensitive ways to speak and be spoken to, at any age, but especially to an older person. Did you know that feeling respected and valued directly correlates with a higher quality of life and better mental health in later years? Respect truly is health care for the soul. We're covering comments about work, memory, appearance, and technology. By understanding the intent behind these phrases, we can gently guide others toward better interactions. Our goal today isn't to complain, but to empower. We want you to feel confident in advocating for yourself and modeling respectful communication for younger generations. Question: why do younger people say these things? Often it stems from ignorance or trying and failing to pay a compliment. It's usually not malicious, just insensitive to your experience. Let's dive into the first set of phrases that unfairly place limits on your capabilities. This one is often the most frustrating because it attacks your potential. Remember this rule: always offer support, never assume inability. Preserving independence and dignity is key in every interaction, especially with our elders. Never say, "You are too old to do that." This phrase immediately limits your capabilities, assuming age dictates your interests, hobbies, or potential accomplishments. This dismisses your individuality. You know your limits better than anyone, and you have every right to try new things, start a new business, or enroll in a college course. Instead of saying "too old," ask, "How can I support you in that exciting goal?" Offer encouragement and practical help rather than an unnecessary limitation. If you hear this, try responding with calm confidence. "My passion doesn't have an age limit. Let me show you what I've learned so far." Think of your age as experience, not expiration. You have decades of knowledge informing your current pursuits. That's a huge advantage, not a handicap. Question: what if they're genuinely worried about safety? Acknowledge their concern, but gently state you've assessed the risk. "I appreciate your concern, but I've planned carefully." Next time you try something new, tell someone about it. Practice articulating why it interests you and how it connects to your lifelong journey. Our next phrase sounds like a compliment, but it carries a hidden implication that can be subtly demeaning and judgmental. Never say, "You look good for your age." This implies that looking good at an older age is a rare exception, suggesting that aging typically means declining looks. We should compliment a person, not their age. This phrase attaches a caveat to a compliment, reinforcing a negative societal standard about aging. Instead, offer a direct, unqualified compliment. "You look sharp today," or "I love that jacket." Focus on their style, smile, or energy, not their birth year. You might gently redirect them. "Thank you. I focus on staying healthy, not on what age I look like." Use it as a moment to teach them about positive aging. True compliments celebrate the vitality and spirit of a person. They recognize the energy you put into caring for yourself, regardless of the number of years. Question: is it okay to ask about their beauty routine? It's better to ask about their wellness routine. You have such great energy. What's your secret to staying active? Pay 3 non-age-related compliments today. Notice how much more authentic and appreciated a direct compliment feels compared to a qualified one. Let's move to a sensitive topic: memory. This next phrase is hurtful because it dismisses normal fluctuations in recall as a permanent decline. Never say, "You are just getting forgetful." Comments about memory loss are incredibly hurtful. They dismiss valid concerns and make a person feel inadequate or silly. Forgetfulness happens at every age, and linking it solely to being old creates unnecessary shame. It's frustrating to be patient with others when they're impatient with you. Instead of dismissing their memory, offer helpful patience. Take your time. I forget words all the time. Or, can I help you finish that thought? Try acknowledging the moment without accepting the label. My memory is working hard today. I'll come back to that name in a moment. Use humor and self-compassion. While memory changes with age, the brain is resilient. Don't let a comment discourage you from practicing the brain games we discussed last week. Question: should I interrupt and finish their sentence? Avoid it if possible. This can be deeply frustrating. Wait for them to finish or politely ask, "Would you like me to fill in the blank?" Practice patience today. If a friend or partner is struggling to recall a detail, practice waiting 10 full seconds before you offer any assistance. Let's address another source of dismissal: the assumption that a senior's working life is over. This next phrase can sound incredibly dismissive of their fulfillment. Never say, "You're still working." This suggests that continuing to work, volunteer, or engage in meaningful projects is surprising or even inappropriate past a certain age. Many seniors work for financial necessity, but many also work for personal fulfillment and purpose. Dismissing their contribution diminishes their continued value to society. Instead, express genuine interest. "That's wonderful. What do you enjoy most about your work talk project now?" Ask open-ended questions about their passion. You can explain your motivation clearly. "I enjoy the structure and the mental challenge. It gives me purpose, and I'm not ready to give that up yet." Remember, your decades of institutional knowledge are irreplaceable. The experience you bring to any field is a powerful asset, regardless of your official age. Question: how can I explain I'm working because I need the money? You don't have to overshare. A simple, "It keeps me active and helps me manage my retirement comfortably," is enough. When talking to a family member about your work or hobby, focus on the joy and purpose it brings you, not the hours. Emphasize fulfillment. Next, let's tackle a phrase related to technology. This one is particularly patronizing and assumes you're incapable of navigating modern life. Never say, "Do you know how to use that?" This immediately implies that modern technology is automatically beyond your grasp. Many seniors are tech-savvy and highly engaged. This phrase is patronizing because it generalizes a tech gap to an entire generation. It's frustrating when you need help, but even more frustrating when you don't. Instead of asking, "Do you know how to use that?" ask if they need assistance only after first observing them try. If you hear this phrase, you can playfully correct them. "Yes, I do. Technology is great for keeping up with the grandkids. Do you use this app too? You use technology to pay bills, connect with doctors, and share photos. Every time you master a new app, you're striking a blow against ageism. Question: what's the best way to ask for help without feeling embarrassed? Be direct. I know how this works, but I can't find the settings menu. Can you point it out? Pinpoint the exact issue. Teach someone else a tech trick today, even a simple one, like sending a voice message or using a search engine efficiently. Reinforce your expertise. Let's shift our focus to personal feelings and relationships. This next phrase makes a sweeping, unfair judgment about your social life. Never say, "You must be lonely." This is an insensitive assumption. Many seniors lead incredibly rich, active lives with strong friendships, hobbies, and social networks. Loneliness is a serious issue, but assuming it's inevitable for all older people is insensitive. It minimizes their ability to build and maintain powerful relationships. Instead, show genuine curiosity about their life. What have you been up to lately? Or, who are you planning to see this week? Open the door to connection. Correct the assumption with a positive statement. I'm actually quite busy with my book club and volunteer work. What are you doing this week? Social connection is a pillar of health. Remind yourself and others that you are the expert on your own social needs, which may involve quiet time or loud group outings. Question: what if I am lonely? It's okay to be honest. Tell a trusted person, "I'm looking for more ways to socialize. Do you know of any local clubs?" Take a moment today to reflect on your social calendar. If it looks full, celebrate it. If it looks empty, call one friend right now to make a plan. Our next phrase suggests a senior's life should follow strict, outdated rules. It's judgmental about how you choose to live and enjoy your time. Never say, "Act your age." This suggests that certain behaviors, like having fun, being playful, or wearing bright colors, are inappropriate for older people. Everyone has the right to enjoy life in their own way, regardless of age. This phrase is a relic of old, stuffy expectations that should be ignored entirely. Instead, encourage the fun. "That sounds like a blast," or "I wish I had your energy." Celebrate their spirit and enthusiasm. You might respond with humor. "My age is simply a number. My spirit is still 25, and I plan to act that age whenever I feel like it." The beauty of later life is the freedom to define your own fun. You've earned the right to shed expectations and do exactly what brings you joy and energy. Question: how can I encourage a parent to be more active or playful? Lead by example. Invite them to join you in fun, gentle activities without pressure. Make it about shared experience, not obligation. Do one small thing today that defies a traditional age rule. Wear a bright color, listen to new music, or tell a silly joke. Enjoy your freedom. Our eighth phrase is dismissive of your wealth of life experience, labeling you as inherently stubborn and resistant to change. Never say, "You are stuck in your ways." This label ignores the fact that you've adapted to massive changes throughout your life. It suggests an inability to evolve. Choosing a preference for routine is not the same as being stuck. This phrase undermines the countless times you have adapted to new jobs, cities, or technologies. Instead, recognize their preferences. "I see you really like your routine. That's smart." Or, "I appreciate your deep commitment to tradition." Validate their choices. Correct the assumption by pointing to your past. "I've changed my ways many times. That's how I survived so long." This is just a choice, not an inability. Remind yourself that you have lived through more technological and social change than any other generation. Your adaptation skills are world-class. Question: what if I truly struggle with big changes? It's okay. Big change is hard for everyone. Focus on breaking the change down into tiny, manageable steps and celebrate small victories. Embrace a small, fun change today. Try a new route for your walk, or cook a recipe from a cuisine you've never tried before. Flex that adaptation muscle. Our ninth phrase is often said out of fear. It projects a negative, fearful view of the future onto those who are already living that future. Never say, "When I get that old." This phrase often carries a tone of dread or fear, which can make older adults feel devalued and dismissed as a sad inevitability. Your life is happening now, not as a distant, scary future to be dreaded. This phrase denies the wisdom, joy, and experience that comes with every decade. Instead, show appreciation for their journey. I hope I have your energy when I'm older. Or, what's the best life lesson you've learned so far? Gently reframe their language. Don't say that old, say when you reach this age. It's a privilege, not a punishment, and I'm grateful for my life. Aging is a privilege denied to many. Every year brings new opportunities for growth, understanding, and joy. Celebrate the journey you are on, right now. Question: how can I talk about my health struggles without sounding negative? Focus on management, not misery. I'm managing this issue well, and it allows me to keep doing X. Write down 5 things you are genuinely grateful for right now. Things only your life experience has given you. Focus on the positive privilege of aging. Our final phrase is the most dismissive, instantly shutting you out of a conversation. Let's learn how to demand inclusion and respect. Never say, "You wouldn't understand." This is the ultimate patronizing phrase, assuming you're out of touch with current events, culture, or modern life. Assuming ignorance is disrespectful. Many older adults are informed and engaged. This shuts down conversation and minimizes your ability to offer insightful perspective. Instead, actively invite them in. "You've seen so much history. What's your take on this issue?" Or, "I'd love to hear your perspective on this." Demand inclusion. Try me. I've been around longer than you, and I might surprise you with my knowledge of that topic. Don't let them shut you down. Your perspective is uniquely valuable. Current events often mirror history, and your insights offer a deep, informed context younger people cannot match. Question: what if they're talking about very technical modern slang? Ask them to clarify. "I understand the concept, but what does that acronym mean?" Please translate. It's a teachable moment. Engage in a conversation about a modern topic today, whether it's politics, a cultural trend, or a new movie. Offer your informed perspective proudly. Amazing work. You've learned how to identify these 10 limiting phrases and, more importantly, how to advocate for dignity and respect in every conversation. Let's quickly recap the most crucial phrases to avoid and their positive reframes. Never limit potential. Offer support instead of "too old to do that." Never give a backhanded compliment. Offer direct praise instead of "look good for your age." Never dismiss memory struggles. Offer patience instead of just getting forgetful. Never assume lack of purpose. Express interest in their continuing work instead of still working. Never assume ignorance. Ask, "Can I help?" instead of, "Do you know how to use that?" Remember the rest. Don't assume loneliness. Ask about their week. Don't demand act your age. Celebrate their spirit. And don't label them as stuck in their ways. Validate their choice. You are now a powerful advocate for yourself and your peers. By setting boundaries and modeling respectful dialogue, you improve every conversation you have. Don't be afraid to teach younger generations. You have the experience and the wisdom to show them how to communicate with grace and respect. Be proud of your voice. Thank you for being part of this important conversation. If this video empowered you, please like, subscribe, and share it with your family members and friends. Keep sharing your wisdom, keep engaging, and keep demanding the respect you deserve. We look forward to supporting your health and well-being next week.